Time, has it changed or have we changed? Has it, time, changed for our children, our grandchildren? Have we been taken into a mindless, mind-numbing abyss? I vividly and fondly remember our parents telling us when we were younger to enjoy our time because once we graduated high school, time would fly. Were they right?
Remember when we simply played board games and we spent more time with our families? Remember when we went outside and played hopscotch and simply flew a kite, or just blew bubbles with a friend, or learned to ride a bike with our family members, or played games outside? Remember when we went swimming outside and went camping with our families and just simply had more fun and more time?
Hi, welcome to another point of view. Today we're going to be continuing in our series, Escape from the Digital War, the challenge that we set forth. So if you haven't seen part 1, that is just a brief, little more than 2-minute flashback of the time before we got digitally overloaded with all kinds of devices. And then part 2 is going to be talking about really the damage that has happened in this time with the overuse of our devices, how much time that's taken away from our family and friends, how much it's been affecting our children, affecting our minds, and adding to depression, adding to thoughts that are not healthy, and adding to lots of mental health problems. I hope you go back and listen to that one. That one is going to be the same title, but it's going to be episode 16 continues. Now this is episode 17, and we're going to be talking about returning to life before the computer. This is going to be so interesting because I think there's something important to remember, that time is precious. None of us is promised another moment of time. And then we give an account for our lives about what we did with the time that God had given to us. Did we use it wisely? Were we good stewards? Were we in His Word and praying? And were we out there being obedient to His call in our lives? Or were we so consumed by our TVs and internets and phones that we weren't really paying attention to Him, to our spouses, to our children, to our friends, the people that God has surrounded our lives with, and we can't get that time back. And time is so precious. Now you're going to get a kick out of this. I'm going to put a disclaimer before I say it. I am not advocating for this genre of music. I am not advocating for secular music. I'm advocating for the people that wrote the song, but I think the lyrics are really timely. So remember the cats in the cradle and the silver moon, this song, right? Back when, is about a father that is completely caught up with the busyness of this life, that doesn't have time to spend with his child. And then he said, when life really slows down a bit, then we'll have a good time, right? Then we'll get to those kind of things. Well, the boy wanted to be just like his dad. So it turns out that the time passed, and now the father is a grandfather, and his son is married, and he calls to spend time with them. And now the son is just like the father and is so busy with the cares of this world and taking care of the household and providing food and working, and all those things are good, but so busy that he doesn't have a chance to stop to spend time with his father. And then he becomes just like his dad. Now I went back and I read about what is the cat in the cradle and the silver spoon, and it was just a nostalgic look at a book that talked about simpler times when the cat was truly in the cradle and there was a silver moon, and you were there to witness those kind of things, not too busy to see them. And Little Boy Blue, and this is my own thing that I'm thinking is just a little nursery rhyme from back when, and the man on the moon was the pursuit of getting to the moon during those times. But a simpler time before the computers, before the digital war, before the all-consuming, everywhere you look advertisement that draws us into the blue screens. None of us are promised a tomorrow. Now I want to look at the parable of the sower. I think this will help a little. It helped me just to think about it, that it says, Now he who received seed among the thorns is he who hears the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke out the word, and he becomes unfruitful. We cannot be fruitful if we do not have time for other people, and we're running so fast in a direction on a goal and getting what we need to make sure our families are well taken care of. All those endeavors are great, but simplify your life so you do have that chance to say, instead of telling your child on another day when I'm less busy, when I have more time, I'm too busy, that you stop and remember the gift that God gave you in your child, in your spouse, in your family, and your surrounding people that surround your life. They're important to God. Each one of them was made in God's image, and we need to be given account for our lives at the end. Did we share the good news? Did we spend time getting to know these people? Are we doing what God called us to do? So what we're going to do is challenge you to take the whole month of August and really just start shutting down all screens in the house, spending more time with your family, more time in board games and swimming and outdoor adventures and biking and hiking and doing all these great things, and really getting to know your children, your wife, the people that surround your life, investing in quality time. I remember a child one time saying, don't you see me? I'm here. Can't you see me? I need you to pay attention to me. And I'm seeing that as a teacher in a classroom all the time with children that spend more time there than I do, that sometimes they just need to be with you. They just need your undivided attention to play a simple game with them, read a book with them, just really have some fun, good laughs with them, and sit together as a family. It's okay to see a movie once in a while, but that quality time where you're just laughing and having a good time, getting to know one another and sharing the love that God has given to you that you can give to others. I hope this helps you to step back and think time is so precious. Don't waste a moment. Lead people to the Lord, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I hope this helps you, and I'll be back to encourage you to keep fighting the good fight. And hopefully come September, we'll be able to take a whole week away from these devices and use them only for emergencies and only for work if you absolutely need to, and get back to you. Your time is precious. How are you going to spend it? Thanks for listening.